I have spent more hours in fake apartments this week than I want to admit. No enemies, no XP, no story, just me, an empty room, and a catalog of furniture. And I genuinely cannot stop. Hi friends, Bloomable here, and welcome back to AfterPlay. Quick thing before we start, I got a free key for this game, wasn't paid, everything I'm about to say is just my honest take. So, Small Spaces is an early access interior design game on Steam, made by a solo developer, launched in May 2025, and it's been getting regular updates ever since. Right now, it's sitting at very positive across over 1,000 reviews, which honestly surprised me when I first looked it up. The concept is simple: you're given an empty apartment, you have a tenant with basic needs, a bathroom, a kitchen, a workspace, and on top of that, they have personal wishes, little details that make the space feel like it was designed for them specifically. The more of those needs and wishes you take care of, the more stars you earn. Those stars unlock new furniture and new tools, so the more effort you put in, the more you have to work with. You work your way through 4 different settings: New York lofts, Berlin apartments, Tokyo minimalist spaces, and off-grid container homes, each one a completely different design challenge. And there's one feature I want to come back to later because I think it's the thing that sets this game apart from everything else in the genre. Keep that in mind as we go. Basically, how the game goes is you design from a top-down isometric view. The apartment is empty and you start filling it. The furniture catalog has over 500 items organized by room type: living, sleeping, kitchen, bathroom, and more. Most pieces have deep customization, material, color, finish, so you're not just picking a chair, you're deciding what the upholstery looks like, what the legs are made of, whether it matches the rest of the room. Beyond furniture, you can add wall panels, build mezzanine levels with ladders, put together modular kitchens piece by piece, and adjust flooring and wall colors throughout. The architectural depth is more than you'd expect going in. One thing I want to highlight that I don't think gets mentioned enough: when you're browsing paintings and posters for your walls, you can upload your own personal images. A photo of your city, your pet, something you actually took. Any poster in the game becomes yours. It's a small feature, but it makes the space feel a lot more personal. The game also has a day and night cycle running in the background. The light shifts from natural daylight to warm lamplight as time passes. It actually changes how you design. Something that works in the afternoon looks completely different at night, and that affects where you put your lights and how you use them. And then there's the feature I mentioned earlier. When you think you're done, or when you just want to check how it's coming together, you can drop into first person and walk through the space you built. And it genuinely changes things. The scale of everything lands differently when you're actually standing in the room. You notice what's working and what isn't in a way you just can't tell from above. I've placed things that looked fine from the top-down view, and the second I stepped inside, I knew immediately something was off. It's one of those features that sounds simple, but once you've used it, designing without it will feel wrong. No other game in this genre does it as well, and I think it's the main reason Small Spaces feels more grounded than the competition. The game has had some meaningful updates since it launched, so let me run through what's been added. In November 2025, they added Unpacking Mode, a new way to play where instead of browsing the catalog and picking everything yourself, you open surprise boxes and items come out one at a time. You're not choosing what arrives, just deciding where it goes. It's a more creative, puzzle-like version of the experience. The original design mode is still fully there. Unpacking Mode just gives you an alternative when you want something a bit different. The most recent major update came in May 2026. Rain was added, a weather system that kicks in occasionally while you're designing and adds a lot to the atmosphere. You can turn it off in settings if you prefer it dry. Balcony items got their own dedicated category with over 30 new pieces. The plant selection expanded again and now includes hanging plants, which a lot of people had been asking for. And community sharing launched. You can now upload your finished designs for other players to browse and visit, or go looking at other people's work when you want some inspiration. These aren't just patch fixes, each update has added something that changes how you interact with this game. Okay, so here's where I just want to be straight with you. The things I genuinely like, the first person walkthrough I've already talked about. The game is also surprisingly polished for early access. It doesn't feel half-built, it feels like a considered product that just has more on the way. And the client system works really well. Having a tenant with specific needs stops you from staring at an empty room with no idea where to start. The constraints actually help the creativity. Now, the honest negatives. The camera is annoying because the spaces are small, getting the angle you want without clipping through a wall, especially in two-story apartments, is a real frustration. It's the thing that gets in my way most while playing. The content is also finite in a way you feel. If you work through everything without going back to replay any of it, you'll reach the end of what's there. That's just the reality of early access right now. And the feature I miss most is creative mode, the ability to design your own floor plans from scratch rather than working with preset layouts. Right now, the walls are always where they are. That's a real limitation, but it is coming, and actually it's coming soon, which leads me to the roadmap. The developer has published a public roadmap with a Q2 2026 deadline, July 30th, and there's a lot on it. A few things are already done: move and place animations, custom image uploads, which is the painting feature I mentioned, and Steam Cloud saving, so your designs carry across devices. What's currently in progress? Creative mode is being built right now. That's the mode where you design your own apartment layouts from scratch. That alone is going to change the game significantly. A new San Francisco theme with Victorian townhouses is in progress. 2 new furniture packs, kids room and modern bohemian are on the way, and controller support is coming, so you'll be able to play from the sofa or on Steam Deck. All of that is targeting the end of July this year, so if you're on the fence, the game is gonna look quite different in just a couple of months. So, should you buy it? If you're someone who enjoys creative, relaxing games and you're happy going back to spaces and redesigning them in a different style, yes, pick it up now. The core experience is solid, the updates have been consistent, and there is a lot about to land very soon. If you need a long game with lots of content before you feel like you've gotten value, wait, you'll get more for your money after the July update drops. And if creative mode is that specific thing you want, honestly, you might only need to wait until the end of July. It's that close. My personal take is that this is a genuinely good early access game. It's not trying to be something it isn't. The developer is clearly committed to building it out, and the thing it does well, giving you a calm, creative space to just exist in for a while, it does really well. If you've played Small Spaces or you're thinking about it, let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what city or setting people start decorating obsessively. For me, it was the off-grid container homes. If this video was useful, like and subscribe for more content like this, and as always, stay curious, stay cozy, and keep exploring. Take care!